Here we are. Oh,
The best place in the whole wide world.
it really is.
But yeah, we're back for a Q&A. We did one about a month or so ago, maybe a little longer, and you guys really enjoyed it. So I threw up a poll on my Instagram, and we have some questions that we're going to answer.
Oh, we totally should have tried our little mics I have for this.
Well, next time.
Next time, Macy's gonna be singing off camera.
They're guarding the house. Anyways, yeah, enjoy this Q&A. First question, what has been the easiest and hardest thing when making your own business or career?
I don't know the easiest part. I guess
The easiest part is getting to like do something that you thoroughly enjoy and you are passionate about, but
And I guess in some ways, making your own schedule like sounds easy.
Yeah.
And it's nice when you can move things around, but then you actually have to make your own schedule and hold yourself accountable to that schedule and do the things that you say you're going to do versus what your boss makes you do. It's,
sometimes that's actually the hardest part.
yeah.
It's easy once you get in the hang of it, but when you go from, especially if you ever go from a regular career to something that is entrepreneurial or in the entertainment industry, which is kind of entrepreneurial,
Very much so.
it's just kind of getting in the headspace of knowing like you are your boss now, and if you don't show up and do the job, you don't have a job. So
these dogs try.
where are you inside? Oh, please hold. Girls, we're being ridiculous. Okay.
We're trying to do stuff. We're trying to pay for your kibble. You want to it's okay.
Are you guys a fan of any Nashville sports teams?
I got to throw out the first pitch for the Sounds, which was cool.
That was cool.
Stop.
I wouldn't say we're like huge sports fans of like any specific.
We don't have time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still a Chargers fan, so I grew up San Diego Chargers. I go to Los Angeles Chargers now. And you know what? We want to go to Titans games. We just haven't been home enough.
We like going to sporting events, but we're not necessarily just tied to one team because we don't have time to be tied to one team.
One day, I fully plan on having a fantasy football team. But at this moment, on this day, I wouldn't know where to start.
Yeah. Who knows each other better, you or James?
How about, what do you mean?
Just in general, like who knows more about the other person better? Who knows exactly like what's my favorite color?
Wow.
Wow.
On the spot, pink this year.
Yeah.
And pink.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
it's been pink.
See, yours is green.
It is. It is.
I don't know. What's my favorite food?
I mean, I know all your favorite foods. Like your little favorite, like singular favorite food. Probably pasta. What do you think your favorite food is? So you don't even know.
I love sushi.
I know you love sushi. I know your favorite food.
Well,
It depends on the day. Are you kidding me? That's a rigged question.
his is Mediterranean.
I can answer no. I take Mexican. Thank you very much.
Is that is not true. You really always want me.
Because a Mexican's less healthy. A Mediterranean is like the tastiest healthy option I can have.
Yeah, but that's what you eat all the time, so it's your favorite.
That doesn't count as my favorite.
Yeah, because you told me.
I love pizza. Pizza's amongst my favorite, but I can't eat it all the time.
Anyways, I think I win this.
Why is this a competition?
What does your supplement product do to set you apart from other companies? It's a great question.
Great question. First off, we are always going to have transparent ingredients. We're not going to do a proprietary blend that you don't know what's in it, you don't know dosages.
Second, all of our ingredients are all natural. You can literally look at them and know exactly what's going into your body. And third, and most important to both of us, is the simplicity of our supplements. It's the fact that we're putting multiple things into one packet so that you don't have to stress about, oh, I need electrolytes over here, and I need brain health over here, and I need energy over here. You can get it all in one place in one tiny little packet that you pour in your water every single day. We're really just trying to simplify your health journey and ours.
And ours, yeah. In the future, the whole point of this company is to take all the different supplements and foods and complications of eating healthy and finding healthy supplements.
With the confusion, right?
Very confusing too.
I think that even we get confused sometimes on all the new supplements that are on the market, what they actually do, if they actually work. And so we're really just condensing it to like our absolute must-haves every single day and making it super, super simple for everybody.
Yeah.
If you met your younger self, let's say your early 20s, what would you tell them?
You are handsome. That's all I'd say. Because then I'd be talking to me and I'd expect an equally witty and silly response back. And then the conversation would begin. I don't know. I'd pick the start.
I would tell mine, it's all going to be okay. It's all going to work out. Because when you're, 19, 20, 21 even, at least for me and probably most of your journey, sometimes it feels like the world is just coming at you so fast. You go from high school to reality, and reality sets in really quick. And you have to just kind of figure it out. And you're still so young and you're still growing and learning to love life. And I don't know, I think that you just have to know that it is all going to be okay.
Yeah, it will. You handsome son of a bitch.
Who do you look up to in your life, career, and how have they influenced you?
I have quite a few people I look up to. Some of them I know, some of them I don't know. I either read their books or see them on TV. Well, I may put it this way. I've always looked at people, starting with my dad, and gone, these are amazing qualities, but I don't want to be exactly like them. I want to be my own version, right? In fact, some of the people I look up to have an equal amount of amazing qualities and then maybe bad qualities, or they're qualities that I don't find as charismatic, endearing, whatever. So I've looked at creating who I am by taking the best pieces of the people I look up to. So whether they're mentors like David Meltzer, who I learn about business and entrepreneurship, or my dad, who is charismatic and smart and loves history, I could give you a long list, but that's the way in which I have looked up to and interpreted the building of my own character.
Yeah. Similar, I actually grew up in a family of entrepreneurs. My great-grandparents helped start an oil company. They owned a bank and convenience stores and things like that, just very entrepreneurial. And so growing up my entire life, I was surrounded by people who started businesses and didn't just start businesses, but I mean, my great-grandpa is 93 years old and he still runs these businesses. So just like seeing that hard work, dedication pays off tenfold if you're willing to stick it out. And then obviously meeting James and seeing how hard he works and everything that he's learned from all the people that he's met in his life. And then I also look up to people like the Boss Babe. She's amazing. She's grown a multi-million-dollar business, several of them. I'm really obsessed with Alex Hormozi right now. He's brilliant. I like his wife, Layla. They're both just really smart, awesome people.
Cody Sanchez, she's a badass.
Yeah, they just do a lot of good for the world too. And I think that's something we both really aspire is, yes, you want to be successful. Yes, you want to have amazing careers, but we also want to do a lot of good in the world. And so just kind of taking pieces, like he said, from other people.
And I think just to add to that point for a longer answer, but it's important, our definition of success has evolved and has grown. And for me, when I was younger, it was very much selfish. Like, I want to make money. I want to afford to pay for dinners. I want to be able to drive a nice car, blah, blah, blah. And while that's totally normal and okay, you know, you have to take care of yourself first. Where it's evolved to is now I want to, and we want to be able to also employ other people, also grow companies to sustain other families, to help other people, to give back, to be more giving and more capable of giving.
What is it that David Meltzer says? Is have a lot? Is he going to says have a lot of fun?
Yeah, well,
a lot of money. And,
well, he said make a lot of money first, have a lot of fun, help a lot of people. I think is his. I should also. I'm like 96%. I'm sure that we're rolling 96, but I'm just gonna double check it.
Hey.
What do you mean, babe? I said 96. That's a high percentile. And we're rolling. It's better to double check 10 minutes in. See? It's just, you know, we're a crew of two. Crew of two. We got some lights right here. We got an iPhone right
Mason,
here.
his assistant, is.
Mason's not full time yet. Mason starts tomorrow.
Do you believe people can truly have it all, or does every choice mean a trade-off?
Oh, what a great question, right? What a thoughtful and potentially confusing question. Ready to go.
I mean, I think having it all means something different to everyone, and I think that it probably person to person evolves over time, right? The things that I wanted when I was 20 to feel like I had it all are very different than the things that I want at 30 to feel like I have it all, but I don't know that I'll ever feel like I have it all, but I think you can have everything you need.
I think the answer is yes to both. You absolutely can have it all, and you will absolutely constantly make trade-offs. I don't think there's any singular universe where you have it all without sacrifice, without trade-offs. That doesn't exist. So you need to choose to continue to say, I plan on having it all. I plan on being happy right now, and I'm going to be happy with more.
Yep.
I have it all in this moment, even though I'm not quite where I want to be, but I'm willing to make the trade-offs. And I think that's having it all, truly. So I think it's yes to both.
And I think that ties back into the question of the easiest and hardest things in business. You're always going to have to make sacrifices and trade-offs. Like, you don't live in a perfect reality, right? We all live in the same reality. It all sucks sometimes, and sometimes you have to give up something you love for something you're creating. That's just life.
Yep, I'd say pretty much almost always.
Has there ever been a moment where you thought about walking away, and if so, what pulled you back?
Ooh, well, I have had many moments where I did walk away, and I've had many moments where I chose not to. I think there is a big difference between quitting when things are hard and then choosing to walk away because you need to take that time, that energy, whatever it is, to invest into something you believe in more, including yourself, including your mental health, your physical health. Look, the honest reason as to why a lot of people don't walk away is security, is money. It's the paycheck. It is,
Or it's the comfortability.
yeah, the comfortability, right? The regularity. And, oftentimes it's more the regularity, the consistency than the size of the paycheck, right? That's your average job. Well, I'm making enough and I don't want to jeopardize it.
Or I'm in this relationship and it's good enough, or,
And there's no simple answer to that, especially with a relationship, because on the one side, you should not stay in a relationship that is abusive and not promoting you. Having said that, every relationship is a choice to continue to make it work and takes work.
Yeah, but I think that, family relationships, partner relationships, whatever it is, both people have to be on the same page, right? You don't have to be the same person. You don't have to love everything that the other person does, but you do have to be willing to grow in the same direction and be on the same page.
Yeah, and eventually learn that she's just always right, and it makes things easy. Guess, honey.
What do you think of long-term success? What matters most to you, consistency or reinvention? I think consistency is something that's so underrated. I was telling him a story. I was listening to a podcast, and the guy, the owner of Panda Express, he's a singular owner. He's owned it for 45 years, right? And somebody asked him, what's the secret to all of your success? Because he just made $1 billion in 1 year in profit, and he didn't pay a single dollar in taxes because of
Different side of the story.
different side of the story, but just crazy. This man is brilliant. He was like, consistency. He was like, I started this business 45 years ago and I just kept going.
When I got orange chicken for 45 years.
45 years, almost went bankrupt, company went down, went up. That's life, right? Like, no business goes like this. It goes like this, and you just have to be willing to stick it out to reap the fruit at the end of the journey.
The other part of that question, you don't need to reinvent the wheel to have a great business. In fact, most businesses that succeed take an existing product or an existing idea and just do it either a little bit better
Or a little
bit
different.
differently, but mostly market it better.
Well, and also, they just don't stop.
Yeah.
They don't give up after a year, 3 years, 5 years. The businesses that make it just keep going. And I think that sometimes people get this, like, entrepreneurs, we get really excited about things, and so we easily move on to the next thing. We're like, oh, this idea is better, this idea is better. But in reality, the best thing you can do is, when things get boring, just keep going.
That's true. And it gets easier and easier over time. So David Meltzer talks about it. I think he talks about it in either 7 years or 10 years. But basically, your first big success might take you 10 years. But then the next one can take you half that time. Or it's only going to take you 5 years. Still going to take you 5 years. Then your next one's 2.5 years. And after that one, every year your company is doubling, you're having success, you're making more. And it does get easier because you get better, you have more experience. So keep going. The first one's the hardest.
Where do you guys see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully in this house, man. I'm sick of moving. But in terms of career and family, I mean, we're getting married in about a year and would love to, God willing, start a family sometime after that. And we're really excited about the supplement company. We hope in 5 years it has grown to become a staple in your household and helps a lot of people, helps everybody.
5 years, I want to see it like on the shelves at my favorite stores when I'm walking through, like having that realization moment of, we did it.
In 5 years, I plan on producing and acting in far more film and TV, and have the ability, again, it's even about freedom, the ability to greenlight whatever projects that I want. And then on the music side, to be touring and speaking with my own content, my own music, and being able to encourage people and motivate people all around the world and bring people together. So I fully plan on doing that alongside film and TV. And, God willing, BTR is doing stadiums every once in a while, every 2 or 3 years. That'd be pretty nice to keep going as well.
Yeah. Love it. For me, one of my biggest things, obviously all the things he just said, but my biggest thing is I love these community events that I get to put on, and I'm putting on one for around 100 people next week, which is really exciting. But I hope in 5 years, I'm putting on these events for 50,000, 100,000 people. I don't know what that looks like now. Maybe it's some sort of festival, something where we can just really get a larger portion of the community involved, because community and connection is the way of the future. And so I'm really excited about that.
And that's exactly how her and I think about building businesses. They're not complete outliers from what we do. Health and wellness can tie into an event that ties into music, that ties into fitness. Like, all of our worlds and all of our businesses feed back into each other
They do.
to some degree.
Best way to lose 30 pounds, being consistent with whatever you're doing. We talked about consistency earlier. Get a game plan and stick to it. Even if it's slow progress, if you just don't stop, you can't fail.
Yeah. And losing weight or gaining weight is as simple as you need to burn more calories calories than you consume. So it's called being in a caloric deficit. I read this the other day and it broke this down in an interesting way. I hope I can relay it correctly and easily, where they talked about if you just want to lose weight, all you have to worry about is fewer calories, no matter what those calories are. But if you want to look a certain way, then you need to worry about the macronutrients of those calories, which means how much of them are protein, carbs, and fat, and have a good enough balance to look the way that you want to do. And then the last part is if you want to feel a certain way, then where those macronutrients come from, organic foods, for example, is really important. So if your only goal is to lose weight, start by focusing on just the number, burn more calories than eat. Then if you want to look good and feel good, then you start breaking down the more specifics of the macronutrients and where the food's from.
And if you want to lose 30 pounds, you can join my app when it launches this winter. We'll help you get there. I like this question. Are we going to be shipping the supplements internationally? We are.
100%. Yeah.
A large portion of both of our audiences is international. So of course we want this supplement for everybody worldwide. And so that was a number one priority for us, was to find a distributor who could distribute worldwide. So yes, it will be available worldwide, which is very exciting because I know a lot of brands that people love here in the United States don't ship worldwide. And I know that kind of stinks for all of you guys who are international and want to be a part of companies here.
But it's just logistically more complicated, but we're not going to build a business without that.
What is one thing you would recommend for a beginner on their health and fitness journey? Pick one thing. Get one thing and stick to it. And when you get really, really, really good at that one thing and you don't have to think about it anymore, it's just natural, then add a second thing.
And so that thing could be a workout that you didn't do before. So you now find a workout class, which I think is a great way to start. Find a class, a community that's fun for you so you keep doing it. If you force yourself to go and like lift weights and you don't like lifting weights, you're not going to stay consistent. But even if it's not joining a class, if that's daunting and adding in physical activity is a step too far to start, then maybe change one meal, take one healthy meal.
Breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast. Change your breakfast. If you're eating cereal right now, replace it with something that's nutrient dense. Some eggs.
Gluten-free oatmeal, Greek yogurt with berries and granola. Again, if you want some of these, nutrition options, workout options, my app's gonna be launching this winter. What's one thing you do that helps strengthen your relationship? I mean, I think that our relationship is strengthened by working together. I think we actually work really well together, and building these businesses together has been really exciting for us. And it allows us to both kind of have our identities separate and our identities together, which I think was a huge thing that I had to learn, and I'm sure he had to learn too, is, we want to have our separate identities, but we also want to have our things together. And I think that that's like the key to long-term success in a healthy relationship, is not giving up who you are and what you want in life and your friends and your things because you come as a package deal. Instead, do your things together and do your things separately.
Yeah, and working together has its challenges, right? But learning how each other work, I think it comes down to listening and learning how each other work and what each other need to succeed is why working together is getting easier, because we're actually improving, every day and every week we do it. There's some things that she's naturally good at and some things that I don't like doing as much. And so we give those, responsibilities to her. And so I think divvying up responsibilities and playing to your strengths is also really important.
Yeah, because he's definitely more of the, he is creative, but he's also very analytical and type A and business type. And I handle a lot more of the creative side of things, from, photo shoots, marketing strategy, going back and forth with our designers, things like that, the day-to-day tasks. And he kind of comes in to make sure that we're on the same page and that everything's moving.
Big picture and leadership, making sure the company is set up correctly, the funds are there, sourcing, everything from the big players who's going to manufacture to packaging to just like the day-to-day. Weirdly enough, that type of stuff is enjoyable to me. And you can do it all on your own. It is so much more helpful when you have a partner to do it. And in the near future, we already have several people working for us in this company. In the near future, we're going to need more. So that's part of the exciting thing too, is building a good team. And I think that is so necessary to any company.
Absolutely. Last question. What's something you can do when you want to move, but you have no workout motivation? For me, it's just putting on a cute workout set and walking out there for 5 minutes. And if after 5 minutes, I still don't want to do it, I'll allow myself to go back in and continue on with my day and the other things that I want to do. But the hardest part is just getting there. Generally, once you're there, it's a lot easier to get the motivation to keep going. So what you have to do is be disciplined enough to put that workout set on and walk your butt out there. And then that's when the motivation will kick in, when you start moving your body.
And also invest into yourself. And one way to do that is pay for a class, pay for a trainer. While it may seem like a lot of money to do that, if you're not doing it right now, that is going to give you some motivation to get there, because otherwise you're wasting your money, right? So there's accountability built into spending your money. And remember, look at it as you're investing into yourself. I still pay for training. We still go to classes for the same reason that you do, to learn, to be motivated, to have community around us. Because it is sometimes tough to just want to work out. I get it. We don't always want to work out, but that's a trick that makes a lot of sense. You know, if you're going to put your money out there, you don't want to waste it. So
Well, I think that goes kind of ties in with you have to prioritize things that are important. You have to build them in like they were a monthly payment, right? You're going to pay your rent no matter what because you have to have a place to live. So if your health is just as important, you need to just build that into your budget, right? Whether that's just one class a week that helps you just get moving and feeling better, budget that in so that you don't miss it, right? And pre-book those classes because generally speaking, if you pre-book them and pay for them, you don't want to miss them because then you get charged late fee, a cancellation fee. So treat it like it's a priority, not like it's a back burner item.
yeah, put it on your calendar.
On your calendar.
On your calendar.
I think we answered a lot of questions. Thank you all for hanging out with us again. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A and tell them what they should do, babe.
You should subscribe. You should comment below what you want to see next. You can ask some more Q's in there. I'll give you some more A's on another one. And any other additional videos. We're going to be doing a lot more. We have a bunch of cool stuff coming up. So if you want to see a little more behind the scenes and more adventures with me in this one, just let us know. We'll film it. Appreciate y'all.
Bye.
I want to go make sure that it's not going to stop running and it's safe and all that. Crew of two. 2 and
Doing Macy B.
2 and an eighth. How much do you weigh? 2 and a 16th maybe. You very cute.